Hello, it's day 27. If you can hear me, say 27. And if you're hearing this on YouTube in the future, just shout 27, and everyone on the bus or the train or whatever will be like, what? And then my larger plan will have succeeded. All right, 27. All right, so today is day 27, Final Fantasy IV Translation Comparison. We're getting pretty far into the game. Let's see. Today we're going to finish out the Land of the Summoned Monsters, and I hope that the battles won't be too bad. Because I tend to have trouble with these bosses that are coming up, I'm probably gonna not do a whole lot of stuff on this intro, and then if we can get through it and everything's okay, then we'll head to the Sealed Cave, and that place is always kind of tough and tedious. And if we have time after that, which is unlikely, we'll go to Dwarf Castle and do the stuff there. That's the plan at the moment. Let's see. Just a couple minutes ago, I found a nice Japanese site that has a bunch of stuff all about the Final Fantasy IV becoming Final Fantasy V turning into Final Fantasy IV, and then the cancellation of Final Fantasy IV. I found a really good Japanese site. I just posted it now on my Blue Sky account if you're curious. Here's just a quick image from it. I think I might even have this issue. This looks like it's from a Famicom, Marukatsu Super Famicom or something. And the interviewer is just asking someone at Square about what are you gonna do with the Famicom one? Are you gonna do something with it? And for the most part, the guy is just like, no, we had a really good story and everything, but nothing was going to be able to top Final Fantasy III for Famicom unless we made the price really crazy or something. So I don't know. Personally, I don't know what happened with that story and all the stuff that they had developed for the Famicom 4. I wonder if it became part of a future Final Fantasy or Chrono Trigger or Secret of Mana or something. I wonder. But if not, I would really like them to go back and recreate that stuff now. Because they kept saying in this interview here, it's just too hard. It's too hard for the technology, and we just can't do it. So, I mean, I don't think anything today would be impossible. If it was impossible back then, I think they could remake that. It's better than remaking 4 100,000 times. Go back to the old stuff, maybe. Anyway, that is my old man ranting at the cloud moment of the day. Brought to you by Yoshi. Alright, let's get to the game. Alright. So other than spamming white magic on herself, Asura only does counterattacks. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm just going to do the wall trick, the reflect trick on her. And hopefully that'll be enough. And when it comes to Leviathan, I'm a little worried, because I don't have the good armor on Cecil anymore. I guess I could go back to the Dwarf Castle and get the equipment, but that would be another hassle to come all the way back. You know what? Let's do that. See, I was telling you yesterday about the layers underneath. You can see there's layers underneath with some treasure chests. That's a hint. Somewhere there's hidden treasures. Let's go find those hidden treasures, and then we're gonna have to go all the way back. You think we'll be okay? Alright. So I don't want to do all that stuff just yet. We're gonna do the actual game. We're gonna look at the library some more, and then we're gonna do those fights. Then we'll get those chests. Alright. We did this first floor of the library. Did we do this one? I think this was the next one we were gonna do, right? Alright. So we're in did it say what this place was? I should still get those treasures? Yeah, but if I do that, I have to come all the way back in, right? I guess not. I guess I can still just step on the tile. Alright, let's go get those treasures. Get out of here, guy. I forget how to get over there. Oh yeah, it's this way. Alright, so we're gonna go get those treasures that we see. It wasn't until 1 or 2 full playthroughs in that I realized you could step on the secret tile here. There's a secret right here. Ta-da! Alright. You have the Yoichi no Ya. That's the Yoichi arrow. I'm not really sure what Yoichi is. Well, here it says Night Market, but I don't think that's what it is. It feels like it's a name of something. Like it feels like samurai, ninja stuff. Yoichi, like a Japanese name. So Super NES, that just becomes the samurai arrows. J2E, Yoichi arrows, I guess. Oh yeah, I fixed that thing with the rat tail. So Super NES will have the icon now. I'll stay in the town if I step on the gray tile. Okay. Yoichi and Yoichi. Whoever Yoichi is, they're not getting their royalties, I bet. Let's look at these items though. Alright. It stayed as Yoichi no Ya in easy type. J2E. It says Yoichi arrows, which is not that helpful. They put all the extra work into this and they're not that helpful. Okay, elixir. Ether dry. For some reason I thought there was a good bow back here. Oh, there is. Yoichi no Yumi. So the Yoichi bow. Yoichi's bow or something like that. I'm guessing Yoichi might be someone's name. I mean, I could look it up, but I'm lazy right now. Alright, Samurai bow, I assume that is, in Super NES. Yoichi bow in J2E, and Yoichi bow icon in anime. Alright. When it comes to Rosa, we'll try it that way. Yoichi is a town in Hokkaido. Alright, so I think what you can do, if I step on this tile here, I'll go back to town, but there's another secret tile right below me, right there, and that'll take me back to the overworld, or like the overworld of the underworld, of the underground. Take me just straight out of the cave. Okay, yay, it worked. Alright, that's good. Nasuno Yoichi was a samurai who lived around 1169 to 1232. Legend has it, he was good at archery since he was a child. Man, that's a long legend that made it all the way into this Final Fantasy. Alright. I'm gonna just save it again, like, so I don't have to go do that stuff again. Like these bosses and the ones of the Bahamut, and maybe some of those super bosses at the end, they always will give me trouble. Like the game gets a lot more difficult from this point on. Let's do save. Alright, also, just for clarification, if anyone wants to know, the current score is Super NES -920, J2E -1048, and naming away is -896. What's this one called? Okay, so there's no name on this under like I guess this is the basement, first basement of the library. Alright, we have a purple hood. He says in Japanese, "Koko ni wa eien ni yomikirenai hodo hon ga aru kara taikutsu shinai yo." All pretty clear, basic, standard Japanese, pretty good. And then it says, and if I translated it out, it says, I'll never get bored, or I don't get bored, because here there is so many books that you could never run out of reading them for all eternity. Like eternal amount of books, sort of. There's so many books that you could read forever and ever, and I never get bored. Alright. Super NES. There are countless books here in this library. You will never find it boring. Alright, we'll say that's fine. What? J2E is doing something weird. Let me go check this other guy. J2E might have messed up there. Okay, J2E messed up the NPCs on these. Alright, so we're looking here. So J2E messed up on the NPCs, I'll mark off a point. Okay, the equivalent here, it's never boring here. There are so many books, it would take an eternity to read them all. No, it says like you can read for eternity and you would still never run out. Mark that off. I mean, the idea is like it's sort of the same though, just like there's just so many. Alright, the naming way. This library has countless books. It's never boring. Alright. So many books that you could read for eternity and you still never read through them all. Is the idea of the Japanese. There's countless books. A lot of libraries have countless books. Alright. This blue hood says Ningen kai ni mo bungaku wa aru no kane. Does the human world have a literature as well? Does human world have literature too, I wonder? Something like that. Super NES. Do you have literature in the world of humans? That's good. Alright, we have to go mark off again for J2E for mixing up NPCs here. Alright. This one says, what? Alright, J2E has done something weird in this room. Something's weird. Maybe we're having that problem again. J2E might have messed up something, or maybe, I don't think I messed up anything. Alright. So my theory is that J2E is going to have, this literature line is going to be randomly one of these, uh-oh. Alright, J2E is having some weird stuff in here. Come on, get out of the way. Come on. Alright. I don't know where that line is. Where's this literature one? For now I'm gonna say maybe this is a glitch on my end, but I really don't think so. Literature dwarf. Someone looking at my handwritten notes is gonna be like, what the heck? Literature dwarf. Alright. So I'll just leave those points off for now on J2E. But is everything all messed up? Yeah. Darn it. Alright, J2E is gonna have we're gonna spend some time in this place, I guess. Alright. We'll do this one first. Genju kai no okite. So we're looking at the books. Genju kai no okite. Like the rule or the law of the Genju world. The rule or the law of the summoner world. Alright. In Super NES, the law, capital L. I would have liked to say the law of the Genju world. Alright. And then naming way doesn't have, okay, here we go. It puts this down here. This is Eidolon law. I'll say that's fine. Alright. Tsuyosa to wa tadashiki kokoro. Strength is in a heart of good. So like true strength lies in the heart of good. So we have Super NES. True strength lies in a just mind. Okay, that's good. J2E, I don't know yet. Naming way. True strength lies in a kind heart. Tadashiki kokoro. Tadashiki. I guess you could say that. It's more like just better than kind. Like just or righteous. I'll say it's fine. Sono tsuyosa o kimi o mikiwamezu shite sono chikara yoi ni ataeru bekarazu. So we're getting some like fancy Japanese N2, N1 grammar in here. My brain is dying because of this J2E stuff. So basically, that power should not be given, or that strength should not be given easily without, and it must not be given without first proper determination, mikiwameru, to make sure of. So like, this is saying basically that they're going to test, saying that the power should not be given easily unless you've tested them in a way. Super NES. So this is like fancy, fancy old style grammar. Super NES becomes test a caller before you answer the summon. Alright. I guess the whole point is in there. It's saying like, don't give your strength to others easily. You have to test, or you have to make sure about the caller's strength. I'll say that's fine. J2E, I don't know. Naming way, summoners must be tested before we aid them. I don't want to linger on this too much. We'll say it's fine. Okay, here it is. We'll just go to this next one. So J2E just has this line now. The law of the Phantom Beast world is to have strength and a pure heart. I thought they would go with pure heart. Affirm that strength and test their soul by combat. Alright. Let me go back to that Japanese line so I can look at it better. Alright, I gotta post this in the chat. This is the law. This is the law of the chat now. Alright. The law of the Phantom Beast world. Alright. It's to have strength and a pure heart. That's not true. So this dot doesn't need to exist. And then it's saying strength can be found in a just heart, not necessarily pure. So that your strength must not be given easily without first determination. So it's saying something about soul by combat, and that's not in there. I'm just gonna mark that off. Right. Now we're gonna go to the real line here. Kabosoku yasashi mono shirufu. So like the timid and gentle sylphs, kabosoku. Fragile, feeble, delicate, skinny, thin. I think it's something a little bit more than that too, but yeah. Like the frail, I guess, yeah, frail. Frail and kind sylphs. ... Sylphs, the gentle, frail, says Super NES. We'll say that's good. Don't know about J2E right now. Naming way. Sylphs, the gentle and frail. Looks like they're copying Super NES. Chikara o awaseta toki. Sono chikara wa hakki sareru. Once their strength is combined, their power is fully brought forth. Something like that. It's fully used. Hakki. Was put on full display. Their power is put on full display once they work together. Super NES. They can unite their power together and unleash a potent magic. Technically, there's nothing about magic in there, but we'll say that's okay. Naming way. Sylphs, the gentle and frail, can unite their power to unleash a potent spell. So basically, rephrasing the Super NES. Alright, we'll say that's fine. Alright. J2E. The kind, slender sylph. Slender is weird here. I mean, technically it was we saw in the dictionary, but you can't just take stuff straight from the dictionary. You have to use it properly. Alright. The kind, slender sylph. When they join forces, they channel the life energy of their foes into themselves. No, that was made up. It just says that their power will be unleashed when they work together. Mark that off. So they're kind of just adding things in, J2E. Alright. Now we're going to the actual line here. Ichigeki Hisatsu no Zantetsuken no Hokoru Odin. So Odin, who boasts the Zantetsuken, which has the one-hit kill attack. ... Okay, it becomes Odin, a knight with a sharp blade. So Zantetsuken is like the iron cutting sword. I have a whole section on. If you just look that on my Legends localization site, if you search for Zantetsuken, I have multiple articles on this, I think. Alright. So it's saying he can kill things in one hit with his Zantetsuken sword. We'll say sharp blade. It would be nice to have it listed there, but we'll say it's okay. But it's saying he's a knight. And the thing about his single attack thing is missing. Alright. Naming way. Odin of the Iron Edge. Alright, I'm gonna take the win off of naming way there. No, it's not too bad, but it's kind of still not clear. Alright. Okay, continuing. Katsute yabureta koto wa sono ken ni ikazuchi ga ochita toki no mi. The only time he failed in the past was when lightning struck his sword. Super NES. He was beaten only once. Technically, it doesn't say once. Maybe it's happened multiple times. But I'm not going to get that deep into the craziness. Okay, Super NES. He was beaten only once when lightning struck his sword. The important thing is this is the hint. Hints on how to defeat him. Naming way. Odin of the Iron Edge was only defeated when lightning struck his blade. Alright. We'll say that's fine. I think I already marked off there and there. Alright. Come on, get the whole thing in there. You must get the code of law copied in here. Yeah, it's strange that Odin, which is like not an Asian god, it has the Zantetsuken, which is very Japanese. Alright, next. Alright. Here we go, J2E. So if you're just tuning in, J2E's, all of J2E's text is like one off, like everything's kind of not matching up. So we're kind of making do here. So J2E on the Odin section. Odin, the knight of great warriors past. No, that's not true. Right. Man. Like, why didn't they talk about the Zantetsuken and all that? Like, and the one-hit kill thing? Like, you would expect the fans to love that kind of stuff. But I won't mark off anymore. I've already marked off just for the mistranslation. Although that's not a mistranslation, that was added, so I'll mark off. Okay. Okay. The only time he was ever defeated was when a bolt of lightning struck his sword. Okay, that's fine. Alright, now to the actual text that we're looking at. Genju-o, the Genju King, the Summon Monster King. And then that becomes our master, ... I guess we can say that's fine, but since we're listing like all of the names of everything, it would be nice for this to... I don't know, it's weird. And naming way goes with our king. I guess we'll say that's fine. Hita no umi yori araware, o unabara no nushi to iwareru muteki o hokoru genkai no aruji. So the Summon Monster King, ... the master of the Genkai of the Summon World, who boasts peerlessness. Muteki is like never beaten, like invincible, unrivaled. like who boasts on invincibility or like peerlessness, and is said to be the master or like the ruler of the great seas, O Unabarda, right? Of the ocean, the great deep. And he appeared from the northern sea, from the Kita no Umiori. Alright. So there's a lot going on. He's from the northern sea, he appeared from the northern sea. He is like the ruler or the master of the oceans, or he's said to be, and he boasts he's like unrivaled, and he's the like head or the ruler or the master of this summoned world. So there's a lot going on in this all together. All right, Super NES, our master ... referred to by humans as the master of oceans. He is a ruler of might. All right, this thing about humans is weird. The part about Northern Sea, and like I don't understand. Northern Sea, is that like the upper world Northern Sea? Yeah, it needs to also say that he like rules over Arduji, is like the master of something. Oh, it's not gonna show up in there. Arduji is such a standard word. Boo to this dictionary. Arduji is like Nushi, like a master of something, or okay. So he's like he runs this summoned world. I would want that, so I'll mark off there. We'll look at J2 in a second. Naming way cuts a lot out. Our king is referred to by humans as Lord of the Sea. Okay, the humans part is weird. Northern Sea I would like. Naming way just hit negative 900. Oh no. And then, okay, he doesn't have like unrivaled strength and stuff. And he's not identified as like the actual legitimate ruler of the summoned world. He's just called our king, which is already on this first part. Alright, so just a bunch of pickiness here, but this is lore. I guess lore is pretty good to have. Oh wait, I must convey the teachings of Saint Leviathan. Now let's go to the next. Get out of the way, guy. Get out of the way. Alright. J2E. The Phantom Beast King. He appeared from the Northern Ocean. He's said to be master of the oceans and is without rival. It's all really good. I would have liked that last part about that reconfirms that he is like the master or the ruler of the world, of this Genkai world. It's very picky, but I marked everyone else off for that, so I'm going to do that here. And that's always been that way? Okay. Alright, then now we're going to do the actual text on these books. Genkai no Jo Asura, the queen of the summoned world Asura. It becomes in Super NES, Asura, our queen. Actually, while I'm here, I'm just going to copy this and paste it in there. You guys know a lot of Japanese in the chat, it looks like. Alright. Asura, our queen. We'll say that's fine. Naming way, Queen Asura. Like, it's not saying that. Yeah, I'm gonna mark off on naming way, just to be picky, because Queen Asura is no longer, like, it's not clear what she's queen of. Right. Oh, there's easy type change in here. What do we got? Oh, we got some. We'll look at that in a second. Genjuo no tsuma ni shite, Genjuo e no kanmon demo aru. Kanmon is like a barrier or gateway. So she is the wife of the phantom or the like summon monster king, and she is also the like gateway to the summon monster king. All right. Super NES. She is the queen of our master. What? I would say wife here. That's weird. She is the queen of our master and the gateway to his audience. This is kind of a fancy phrase. Audience like that. So I will say that was probably draft 2. Alright. Naming way. Queen Asura is the gateway to the king's audience. She's not identified as his wife any. It's very picky. Alright, then alright, next part. Next part is gonna have the easy type changes. Kanojo no chikara o umaku ryoshi. Uchikatta mono no mi ga genjuo no sugata o mirareru koto daro. Alright, kind of fancy. It's saying so only those who use her power skillfully and defeat her will likely be able to view the Summon Monster King's appearance. So basically, you have to use her powers and defeat her, and if you want to see what the summon of the king of the summon monsters looks like. So it's kind of like telling you to like use her powers against her in a way. It's kind of the feeling. It's kind of strange. All right. Okay, so easy type changes a bit on that. Kanojo no kaifuku maho no chikara o umaku ryoshi. Uchikatta mono wa genjuo no sugata o mirareru koto daro. So this was making it much clearer for easy type players. It's saying only those who make clever use of her restorative magic power and win against her will be able to see the summon monster king. So it's saying like basically use her healing magic in a skillful way to defeat her, is what the easy type is saying. Alright. Super NES. Those who beat her will be able to see the true form of our master. So that whole gameplay tip is missing. Wow. 1, 2. I'm gonna take off 2 points for that. See the true form of our master is kind of good though. Alright, J2E. Oh wait, I can't do J2E yet. Naming way, those who best her will see the king's true form. Okay. 1, 2. How many did I mark off on Super NES there? Let me mark off some more. Alright. Now we have to go find the equivalent. Where is this equivalent line? Is it over here? That's in... Okay, here we go. The Queen of the Phantom World, Asura. Oh, so they changed Asura to Asura in J2E. Oh no, that's the thing I was telling you guys yesterday. Her name in Japanese is Asura, A-S-U-R-A, and it's in katakana in Japanese. But then there's also, around the same time in this game, when we have Edge, are they in here? I hope I didn't sell them. Are the Asura, oh I probably sold them, huh? Is the Asura swords. ASU or ASHURA swords. And I was wondering like how are they differentiating these? Are these from the same source material like from thousands of years ago and from Buddhism and stuff? It looks like J2E is just like not caring about that difference. They made very clear to say Asura, so I'm going to mark off on J2 here. Alright. I have to look at the Japanese text again. Where is that Japanese text? Okay. Genkai o no tsuma ni shite genju o e no kanmon demo aru. Okay, how does this come? Alright. As the wife of the Phantom Beast King. Phantom Beast King sounds so weird. She is the gateway to his audience. Okay, I'll say that's fine. Only those who can surpass her will... Wait, only those who can surpass her will be able to see the true form of the king. So the gameplay mechanic tip is gone again. So 1, 2... I think I marked off 3 on everyone on that one. Everyone's failing. This is like the game developers have put in tips on how to defeat this boss that's really tough. And none of the translations included. It's a sad state of affairs. Alright. Now, actually, let's look at the actual text. Then we return to this. Alright. Oops. I'm having my Windows troubles. Alright. This new text, or this new book that we're looking at. Futatsu no Tsuki, ... The 2 moons, ... The 2 moons is in Super NES, ... Naming way is crunching things together. Alright, we'll say it's fine. Okay, the next part says, Taiko no sora ni wa sono tsuki wa tata hitotsu data toyu. So they say that, or it is said that in the ancient sky, there used to only be 1 moon. They changed Taiko no sora ni wa to Mukashi sora ni wa. So long ago, there was only 1 moon in the sky, it said. Used to say the word ancient, Taiko. Ancient times, Taiko no sora, so like the ancient sky. That's kind of a cool phrase, ancient sky. Now that I think about that, that's very poeticness to it. Alright. Super NES. It is said only 1 moon shone upon the primeval earth. I would have liked it to say sky. Looks like this guy, like, this feels like the draft 2. Darn it. I really like Ancient Sky. It makes me think of the sky and not the earth. I'll mark that off. Same with naming way, because there's just a copy. Alright, naming way. It is said that but 1 moon shone upon the primeval earth, but now 2 exist. Alright, I already took off the points for that. Alright, let's find this same line in J2E. Oh wait, I have to go back to that. Maybe we did have 2 earths, or 2 moons, and we just don't remember anymore. Alright. So if you're just tuning in, J2E has some weird problems that we have to kind of deal with. Alright. Go to the next one. Oops. Alright. That's not the moon. Oh, there we are. J2E. There are 2 moons, ... But it is said that in ancient times there was only 1. Oh. Alright, I'm taking off a point because I really like Ancient Sky. Never thought of an Ancient Sky before, you guys. I guess maybe I thought of like when the Earth was being formed, but Ancient Sky is just such a cool phrase. Alright, now let's look at the actual text here. Oh, it's a long text. I better drag this up, give it to you guys. I'm just spamming weird nonsense in the chat. Alright. Genju o koerumono. Like those who surpass the Summon Monster King, ... So like, or like he, not necessarily he, but the one who surpasses the summon monster king, ... That becomes our true master. I don't like that. We just got told that the Leviathan guy is the true master of this place. Right. Next part. So Naming Way is doing a bunch of weird stuff, so we'll have to look at that separately. Genju tachi o tsukurareta Genju Shin wa kanata kara ware ware o mimamotte iru toyu. Alright. So the one who surpasses the king. ... It is said that the Genju god, so the summoned monster god, or the summon god, I guess you could say, who created the summoned monsters, watches over us from afar, from far off, from far away, or something like that. So there's a god, and it made the summoned monsters, and it watches over us from afar, it is said. So it's hearsay. There's a lot going on here. Let's see what's going on in Super NES. The king of the summoned monsters created us. No, the king of the summoned monsters is Leviathan. You made a mistake there. Okay. Super NES. He watches over us from afar. So it's talking about the moon. Okay. J2E we'll look at in a second. Naming Way. The god of Eidolons created us. He watches over us from the heavens. I would have said afar. Kanata. Beyond, across, the other side, distance. It just means like far off. Not the heavens, I'll mark that off. Okay, and the next part is going to break the window. Let me prep these. The next part in Japanese, Imada Haiboku o shiranai Genju shi ni uchikatsu mono. He who defeats, or he who fells the summoned god, summoned monster god, who, okay, blah. So as of yet, the god of the summoned monsters has never known defeat. And he who defeats that god, ... That's how that goes. It's kind of fancy. So that part about like saying he has never known defeat, yet whoever can beat him will ... Alright. Okay, so he's never known defeat. That's missing a Super NES and Naming Way. Okay, the next part is continuation of that line after the ... So whoever can defeat him. Sori wa... Wait, let me go to the next line. Sori wa Genju Shin no chikara o hane kaesu koto ga dekiru mono nomi de aro. So only someone who can... Like, most likely only someone who can reflect the Genju god's power back will be able to beat him. Right. Super NES. The only way to beat him is to reflect back his power. So far, though, no one has succeeded. Okay, I'll restore that point for no one. He hasn't known defeat, but it could be written better. Naming Way. The only way to defeat him is to reflect back his own power. So far, none have succeeded. Technically, de aro is like maybe, probably. So it's like probably the only way, maybe the only way to beat him. I'll say this is fine. Alright. Now we have to go deal with J2E on this. To the one who surpasses the Phantom Beast King. What? Oh my gosh. Is this why things are wrong? In J2E? Like did they take out an NPC or something in here or do something weird? Because it's like two lines have been squished. Two separate lines have been made into one entry in J2E, it looks like. To the one who surpasses the Phantom Beast King. I don't like that though. They're said to be a phantom beast god who created us and is protecting us from afar. Didn't we just see that line though? Watched over us from afar. Alright, this is weird. They're said to be a phantom beast god. Okay, who created us and is protecting us from afar. Protecting us is more like watching over us. He does not know defeat. Only his power reflected upon himself would cause him harm. Alright, alright. I'm gonna say the rest is okay. There's a lot that could be better. Getting all messy in here, J2E. Actually, yeah. To the one who surpasses the Phantom Beast King? No, this is saying like there is something beyond the Phantom Beast King, even further beyond. Mark that off. Alright. Now we're gonna go to the real line here. Sono mukashi tsuki yori oi naru kujira ga kono chi ni oritatta. So long ago, a large, like a grand, I don't know, oinaru, what's a good word for that? Big, large, great, is kind of a fancy word for it. A large whale landed upon this earth or this ground from the moon. So basically a giant whale came from the moon and landed here. Alright, super NES. Long ago, a great whale descended from the moon. Okay, I like that. Anyway, long ago, a great whale descended from the moon. Alright. If you're just tuning in and you don't know FF4, that sounds kind of crazy, but it's true. Alright. I mean, not in real life, I don't think. Ima wa ryu no naka de fukaki nemuri ni tsuiteru. Currently, or now, it is deep in a deep sleep inside the dragon. Inside a dragon. It is in a deep sleep inside a dragon now. So, super NES. It is sleeping inside of a dragon now. The word deep is missing, but that's fine. Fukaki. No, it's from Fukai. Alright. J2E, we'll see in a second. Naming weight. It now slumbers within a dragon's maw. I remember slumbers in the, like, nowadays it's different, but it used to be slumber was like a light sleep. So whenever I see slumber, I'm like, oh man, it was like a light sleep back in the older English. And now slumbers within a dragon's maw. Technically, the word, like this is for mouth, maw. It doesn't say anything about body parts in the Japanese there, but I'll say it's fine. Yeah, I don't want it to tie into the mouth yet. It's too soon. All right. J2E. Long, long ago, a great ship came from the moon to Earth. It's saying Earth. Earth wasn't in there. Chi is just like ground or soil or land or Earth lowercase. So I'll mark that off. And it's not a whale. Mark that off. Now it sleeps deep in the belly of a dragon. You can kind of, I can see why belly would be the translation they chose for naka. Like onaka hetta, you could say my belly is empty. That's what you say when you're hungry. Or you could say like there's a baby in my onaka, in my belly. For the weirdness of the naka, I'm gonna say that's fine. Actually, I don't like that there's a body part involved. Alright, so that's J2E there. Now we have the next books. Genju, Mamono, Ningen. So, summon monsters, and humans. So, Genju are different from actual monsters. Mamono is what, like, the standard word for, like, monsters in FF games, Final Fantasy games, Mamono. Just like your standard monster word. So, Genju are not Mamono. And Ningen is human. So there's like these three races, I guess you could say. Super NES. Summon monsters, humans, and monsters. And here we're missing that Oxford comma. They're being inconsistent with themselves again, and they reordered this list. But it's all in there. I'll say that's fine. J2E we'll get to in a second. Naming way. Eidolons, men, monsters. So they're doing men for human. And they rearranged the orders as we've seen here. Say it's fine. Right. Doku kara kite, doko e yuku no ka. Where do they come from and where are they going? ... Eien no nazo de aru. It is an eternal puzzle, in eternal mystery. And it's written in like a literary style slightly, de aru. Does that show up on here, Dearu? Formal or literary? Like Dearu is like you might say in like military situations too. Or if you're trying to be like very clinical or literary, Dearu. Instead of des or da, Dearu. You might not learn that in like 101 or 102, but it's good to know, Dearu. Then that can turn into Dearimas as well. It's probably where des comes from. Alright. Super NES. From where they came and where they will go, we cannot know. We cannot know. I like this. It's an eternal puzzle or mystery or something like that. I don't like it. Naming way. Where do they come from? Where do they go? It's all a mystery. I would like to say eternal mystery. Is there like some Cotton Eye Joe stuff going on in the chat? I haven't looked at the chat yet. I'm gonna look now. Yay, there's one in there. Good. Thanks. Midnight Wonko has. Where do they come from? Where do they go? Where do they come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Alright. Alright, now we have to do this next one. Let me grab this. Alright, I have to step down here to see this one. Alright, J2E, Phantom Beast, Monster, Human, and those are all capitalized. Where did they come from? And where are they going? The mystery of eternity. Well, the idea's in there, so we'll say it's fine. Pretty, like, I don't have to mark anything off on that one. Alright. Okay, the actual text we'll look at now looks like it has an easy type change. Daibura suramo tsujinu mamono tachi mo kaiju zukan ni yotte sono sujo o akiraka ni sareru dearo. So there's the dearo, that's the dearu form. It's like daro. Alright. So monsters that Libra spells don't work on, like the peep spell, like monsters that you can't even peep. Or like when it comes to monsters that you can't even peep. If you use the bestiary item, their true details, their true colors shall likely become clear, something like that. They'll become clear. Sujo. identity, background history. So it's basically saying you can't use the Libra spell on some monsters, but if you use the bestiary, then you can find out their info. So that's probably a good hint for what we're about to do, those battles and coming up. This is all kind of fancy older talk. Let's see how it is in easy type. Whoa! This got mega changed. This got completely changed in easy type. Alright, well first let's look. What? Alright, something weird going on here. Alright, so the bestiary item doesn't exist in the Super NES version and possibly the easy type version. And this is telling, the original Japanese hint is telling us to use that item. As a result, the Super NES text and the easy type text are going to get heavily changed. And it looks like the two texts got changed in different ways. Alright. So first we'll start with Super NES. Callers, ... Wizards with the power to summon monsters of the righteousness. Of the righteousness? Okay, this is kind of clunky. Mark that off there. Naming way. Summoners are mages with the power to call eidolons. This is very likely pulling from the Super NES, and this is like doing it and when you shouldn't. Naming way, you want to pull from this text instead. It's about, as you know, I just translated it. Saying to use the bestiary, even when Peep won't work or Libra won't work, you can use that bestiary. So, Super NES, it makes sense for Super NES to have new text here. I will say that this is okay. I mean, I already marked off. However, Naming Way is supposed to be representing the original Japanese text, so I'm going to mark off here. Where the heck do I go to find this line in Super or in J2E? Alright, so this is the Libra Peep thing. Let's look for the Libra Peep thing. See that it caused trouble. That item change caused some troubles. Technical troubles. I'm gonna relink. I don't think I'll have to do like a reevaluation or anything, but I want to make these all work properly in case I share these this plugin in the future, so people won't have to do what I'm doing right now. You have something to say? Oh, here we go. J2E. For monsters that Libra does not work on, the monster dictionary will show their true nature. Raibura used to say, and I think we saw that it said Raibu or something in the old patch too. Alright, so that seems like that works. What does this one say? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix this and then we'll deal with it later. Okay, time to read the easy type. Easy type is changed differently. So this isn't about the Libra spell anymore or the bestiary item. Instead it's saying Shiro Maho Rifureku. So the white magic reflect. ... Jikan ni kagiri ga aru ga, jibun tachi ni kakereba, teki no kougeki maho o hanikaeshi. Kaifuku maho o tsukau teki ni kakereba, sono maho de jibun tachi o kaifuku suru koto no dekiru. Wow, that's all one sentence. Alright, but it's not too bad. It has a time limit to it, so the white magic spell reflect. It's only for a limited time, but if you cast it on yourself, it will bounce back the enemy's attack spells, and for an enemy that uses healing magic, if you use it on the enemy, that magic will be reflected back on you, or like it will be, that magic can heal you yourselves. So this is telling you exactly what to do to beat the upcoming boss. This is very good info to have. Very like Sasugawa easy type. I would expect no less of easy type to have this really good. It's like, why didn't the Super NES want to do this? Yeah. Kind of just made up something here. That's like a super good hint. I got to remember that when I write these articles in about 20 years. Alright. I feel like that room is haunted. I'm always going to be haunted when I step in that room again. Oh man, this place is spooky looking. Alright, we went down to the bottom floor of the library. There's two red hooded monsters, an old man, and what looks like a royal queen lady. Let's talk to the red monsters. Koko wa genjuo to ohi no oheya. So these are the quarters, or this is the room, or this is where the Summon Monster King and Queen stay. This is where they live, like it's their house, something like that. Oheya, kind of polite about it. It's like where they live. It's like a room. Right. Super NES. This is the room for the King and Queen. We'll say that's fine. J2E. This is the room of the Phantom Beast and Queen. Phantom Beast, King and Queen. Naming way. This is the Royal Chamber. It's telling you right now that this is the room that belongs specifically to two people, the King and the Queen. The Royal Chamber could mean a bunch of other things, so I'm going to mark off that point. And the reason I bring this up is because the King is going to pretend to not be the King for a while, which goes against what this guy is saying. Alright, this other one. Genjuo ni hanasu ni wa Asura ohi no oyurushi o itadakanakereba narimasen. To speak to the king, the summoned king, summoned monster king, you must receive the permission from Queen Asura. Very polite also, like very formal speaking about her. Super NES. You need Queen Asura's permission to talk to the master. Have they not been using the word king at all in Super NES? Is it always just master? King is less word, less letters, fewer letters. Alright, but the point is made. J2E. In order to speak with the Phantom Beast King, you need permission from Queen Asura. Here's the Asura thing again. I'm gonna mark that off. Naming way. You need Queen Asura's permission to address the king. Alright. Yeah, I don't know. Let's keep an eye out for Super NES. Does it go with Master or King? We'll take a look. Alright. So we just talked to the king, who's pretending not to be the king, and he says, the king, not me. So I'm going to mark off on the inconsistency of Super NES going with Master and then King sometimes. Alright. Genjuo, the Summon Monster King. Ya, washa tada no jiji desu ja. He's speaking like an old man, and then also kind of in a unusual way there. He's saying, the Summon Monster King, no, I'm just an old man. In a funny way. Super NES, that gets all condensed down to the king, not me. It's in there, but the delivery is all missing. Yeah, they're mixing terms with like king and queen and master and stuff like that. Then there's the summon monster god leader. It's all kind of confusing when these translations get all inconsistent with themselves. Right. It's very, like the minimum, if you took everything out and minimized everything with a minimized spell, you would get this. J2E. The Phantom Beast King? No, I'm just some old fool. It's not old fool, it's just like old geezer. GG, old man or geezer. Mark off that fool there. Naming way. I'm just an old man. I would like that first sentence to be a naming way. Alright. So we do a save state. Before we do this fight, I'm going to do a bathroom break, but let's do the text first. Alright, we have a cutscene now. We're talking to the queen now. And Rydia says, Jo-sama, and that means queen, or you could probably, you probably wouldn't just say queen like that, you'd probably say like your highness or something like that. In Super NES, that becomes Queen Asura, so I guess that works too. J2E, Queen Asura. And then naming way Queen Asura. Okay, then Asura says, Hisashiburi desu ne, Rydia. ... It's been a long time, hasn't it, Rydia? Alright, Super NES. Glad to see you again, Rydia. I'll say that's fine. J2E, it's been quite a while, Rydia. That's okay. Naming way, I'm glad to see you again, Rydia. That's fine. J2E has a thing here. Nothing too much. Alright, let's continue. Rydia says, Anata tachi no chikara ga iru no. We need your power, or we need your help. And like your is plural, so we need your guys' help. We need your guys' power. Literally, it's chikara, which is like power, but it can mean help, as I've mentioned many times in these streams, or assistance. Super NES, please help us. It's more like we need your help. There's no please in there either. It's kind of like very just like casual in a way. Mark that off. That's very minor there. J2E, we need your power. Would like that to. I won't mark off, but that could be pluralized. And power is weird, but we'll say it's fine. Naming way, please help us. I'll just restore on Super NES, so we'll say it's fine. But stuff falling out of translation there. Alright, Asura says, Teo kashimashou. We shall lend you our help, or I shall lend you my help. It's hard to say. We shall lend you a hand. It becomes, in Super NES, I am willing to. Okay, that's fine. J2E, then I shall help you. Alright, that's okay. Naming way, I am willing. Okay. Then she continues, To, iitai tokoro desu ga, omae tachi no chikara o mikiwameneba narimasen. That neba always gets me. Kiwameneba. It's like an older style of saying it. It's like a weird way of saying it, and I don't ever say that out loud. Anyway, or she's saying, I shall lend you my help, or I was what I would like to say, but I must ascertain the power of you people, something like that. So Super NES, I'm willing to, but first I must see your worthiness. I'll say that's fine. J2E, then I shall help you, or so I would like. However, okay. Let me get to the next line after all. Alright. So she said, Asura has said, I shall lend you my help, or we shall lend you our help. It's what I would like to say, but I or we must ascertain the power of you people. That is the rule, or that is the law of the Genju world of the summon monster world. Alright. So, Super NES. Oops. I'm willing to, but first I must see your worthiness. Do you... Alright, so the part about it being the law of the world is missing in Super NES. Marking that off. J2E. Then I shall help you, or so I would like. However, I'm bound by the law of the Phantom Beast world. You must first prove your worth in combat. It doesn't say combat at all. It just says I need to like see your worth, or like see your strength. I'll mark off in J2E there. Naming way. I am willing, but first I must test your worthiness. Okay, the law of the world, the Genkai world is not in there. I mark that off. Alright. Then she continues. Watashi ni idomu yuki to watashi o taosu chikara o motte imasu ka? This is all very like Japanese, like 101, 102, 201, 202 stuff. Okay. Do you possess, or do you have the courage to challenge me and the strength to defeat me? Alright. Super NES. Do you have enough courage and power to challenge me? It condensed it down to defeat me. It needs to also say defeat me. Otherwise, you got that legal loophole, and this is we're talking about laws in here. J2E. Do you have the courage and power to challenge me? It seems like it's a rephrase of the Super NES there. Mark that off for that little loophole in there. Naming way. Do you have the courage and strength to challenge me? And little loophole in there too. It's such a picky thing that it doesn't matter, but it also doesn't matter because they all lost the point equally. Alright. Do we have it? Do we have the courage and the power? I'll leave it hanging on here as I go to the bathroom real quick. See you in a second. I should be back. Before I say yes on this, I'm gonna say no, because this is how you find more text. And this is what caused my dentist problem 10 years ago, is you always want to like see what the alternate texts are before you do what you need to do. Alright, so I say no. She says, Zanen desu ga, sore de wa chikara o kasuwake ni yukimasen. A little bit slightly standard, non-standard Japanese, but mostly standard. So it's unfortunate, but in that case, I cannot afford to lend you my power. Well, actually, it could be I or we. I cannot help you yet. Super NES, I don't like that. J2E, unfortunately then, I cannot lend you my power. Alright. Naming way. Anytime you change your minds, nah. She's kind of like formal about it. Kind of. And that's the wrong tone in there anyway. That's the naming way. That's what naming way himself says. Oh man, that's so weird. Did they like repoint at that? I hope I don't have to do more weird glitch stuff. Asura, no response is same as name ways, no response. Yeah. Alright. That's pretty weird. Maybe that's a good way of saving space, is just reusing a text line like that. Or there could just be some weird mystical magic and it just happens to line up this way. I'm not sure. Alright. We have to go through all that again? Alright. So if you missed it before, we found out that the easy type translation, or not translation, the easy type release spells out very clearly to just use wall or use reflect on her. Naraba, tameshite mimashou. In that case, allow me to test you, or in that case, let us test you. Super NES. Then shall we test? What? Then shall we test? Okay. I'll say that's fine, but it's pretty weird. Maybe a question mark would have been better in there. Then shall we test? Okay, J2E. Then I shall test your power. Power technically isn't in there. The naming way. Then prepare yourselves. The idea is that this is a test. So now we're doing like, we're going to try it out. We're going to try out this test. And I'll say it's no. Prepare ourselves would be like to say it earlier. Mark that off. Alright. The screen turns blue and now we're in battle. Alright. Did protect. So Asura did protect. Whoa, look at that HP difference. Alright, so it's called Asura in Super Famicom. It's Super NES is Asura, J2E is Asura, which I'll mark off again. And naming way is Asura. I'll restore it. I've been marking them off a lot. I won't do it this time. But the HP has dropped a lot in the easy type and Super Famicom or Super NES version, from 31,000 to 23,000. And weak to nothing. All right. So the point with this is this character, this monster, mostly we'll just do healing spells on him or herself or themselves, and that like makes it really, really hard to make any progress. And also they'll do counterattacks to whatever you do. So it's just like a real big mess. The trick, as we learned from easy type, is to cast the reflect spell on the enemy. So all those healing spells will get reflected back to us. But it's a little hard. See, look at that. You're getting some mega spells already. unless I do anything, I don't think we'll get hit. Do I want to do float? Does she do quake? Okay, not bad. Okay, I'm going to use those mute arrows. I'm told that those mute arrows will do quite good. Whoa, those... Alright everyone, from now on use mute arrows against Asura. That's some good stuff. Oh, wrong one. Woo. Pretty good. Doing pretty good. So far. Got a protect spell on Rydia. That's pretty nice. I don't know when that wall is going to go away. Or that reflect. Man, I need more things to throw. I'm going to go buy some things to throw later. And I can't really talk because there's so much going on here. Can I throw anything else? Can I just throw people? Can I Umaro this way? That reflect is staying on there pretty nice. So far, this is probably the best I've ever done with this fight. I will thank chat for this. Alright, the wall fell off. Reflect is gone. We're making some good progress. Need to get that wall back on fast. Oh wait, I don't. I'm fine. Oh, she's dead. That was easy, no one died. Except for her. 4,000 experience. Did I get any money for that? Alright, so I defeated her. We're now at Asura Battle. She says, Didia, ... All versions. Naming Way has her name listed here. I won't mark that off though. It says, Rydia, Tsuyoku yasashii yoi tomodachi o mochimashita ne. You've gained strong and kind friends. I see, something like that. Itsudemo watashi o yobi nasai. ... Call me or summon me anytime. Call me anytime. Like call me forth, not like call me on the phone. That'd be a different verb. Okay. Super NES. Rydia, you have fine and brave friends. So strong and kind. Fine and brave. The whole point is that the test is testing for like a just heart, like a heart of righteousness. I'll say it's fine though. The whole point is made. J2E, Rydia, you have strong, kind friends. You may call me anytime. Naming way. Rydia, you have fine, brave friends. Call me whenever needed. Alright, that's fine. We'll say those are all fine. Okay. Text says, Rydia ga Asura o oboeta. So Rydia learned Asura. J2E goes with Asura again. I'll stop marking off on that though. Alright. That is a summon. Now we have a summon. Used to say Asura, then that became Asura, so they did do like a back step on that. Since this is the actual spell, I'll mark it off here. Like in a way, it doesn't matter, but they were making a clear delineation in Japanese. So it seemed like it would be good to just keep to that. I don't know. What does like the DS version do, I wonder? Alright. We need to go save. Sometimes I'll use Asura, but not too much. Here we go. Naming away does have different text here. Okay. So there's nothing, I have no problem. So I said no to naming way, the character here, and the naming way says, I'm always here if you ever change your mind. So that's not the same as what was said before. Now we need to get some more throwing items for Ninja Man. $70 hours, everyone. I'm playing this for 70 hours at least. Alright. Leviathan Tsunami Attack does fractional damage. Okay, well that does help a lot. Just knowing that is so much better. 25% of the target's max HP. So it's not current HP, so it's max. Always got to keep it at least 1/4 max. Man, those chests look like they're still there. Alright, let's see if I can get some throwy things. Can I throw Kotetsus? I mean, I guess I can just keep doing the Raijin on them. Oh yeah, we don't need to go... We don't need Rosa to have those bows anymore. Get this junk over here. Slow Leviathan and Berserk Sea Solar Edge. I have some Berserk things in here, or did I just throw all those away all the time? Well, you know what would be cool is if there was a big chocobo around here somewhere. Alright, let me go. Kotetsus cannot be thrown. I don't have any kunai. Save state it. So I remember, like, when I first played this game, it was across, like, the summer of '92, and I don't know, I'll have to explain it in detail some other time, but at some point in, like, the fall, I was playing this part at a friend's house. Like, I had moved, so I had new friends. We were stuck on these battles, and I think I got my friend, or he just decided to call the Nintendo Power Hotline, asking how to defeat these characters. That was like the first time that I ever saw them defeated. Alright, here we go. We have to talk to this guy now. Alright, we're talking to the old man in the center of this room now. The old man says, Idia, ... He's talking to Rydia specifically, but only J2E has that in there. So Super NES and Name Away, I'll lose your point. Looks like there's an easy type change in here too. Asura made taoshita no wa omae tachi ga hajimete ja. He's speaking kind of older style, or like old guy. So you guys are the first to have beaten even Asura. You guys are the first to have even beaten her. What do we have in there? Alright. Super NES. You are the first ones to defeat Asura. We'll say that's fine. J2E. Even though you are the first people who have defeated Asura. I'll stop marking that off. What do we got in here anyway? Here we have that Asura was in the old script too, so they were inconsistent back in the earlier script, the earlier patch. Right. The naming way, you may have defeated Asura. Okay. The fact that we're the first is not listed. Let's see. Got the next part. 邪悪な力に対抗するには強い力だけでは勝てん。Let's see. So to counter evil power, like just strength, strong power alone will not be enough to win. Like you need more than just like strength, brute strength to counter evil power, something like that. Super NES. You have the Tsuyoi Chikara, which comes out kind of funkily in translation. You got strong strength. Alright, Super NES. The strength alone is not enough to counter evil. Alright, we'll say that's fine. J2E. You need more than strength to oppose evil. Alright. Naming way. But you cannot overcome evil with strength alone. Alright. So far so good. その力を正しい方向に導けるより強い精神が必要じゃ。You need a mind, an even stronger mind or spirit or soul. You need an even stronger spirit or soul that can guide you in your power, your strength in the proper direction. So you need a strong mind, like even stronger mind, that can guide your power in the proper direction. It's kind of wordy. That Japanese could probably be a little bit better even, I bet. Alright. Super NES. You must have an even stronger will to guide your powers toward good. Alright, there's guiding in there, there's good powers, even stronger. Alright, we'll say that's all good. Is this where that weird thing is? No, not yet. J2E. You must possess a mighty will to guide you towards the path of light. This path of light isn't a thing. Mark that off. It's capital L also. If we're talking about light, we've already done that. We were a paladin. We've already done all that light stuff. Path of light. Okay. Naming way. A strong spirit is required to steer one's powers toward righteousness. Alright, we'll say that's good. People in the chat are doing math on what techniques I should use coming up. Let me know your final answer before I finish this. We're doing calculations and multiplications and percentages in there. We got the war room going on in here. Alright. The king, or the old man, continues. Inishie yori tatakai ni yotte sono seishin o mikiwamete kita. So since ancient times, we have ascertained that like spirit or mind or soul through battle. Here's finally the combat part that J2E kept talking about. We ascertain through battle since ancient times. Right. So the ancient things is not in there in Super NES. Like this he's talking about like their culture here. We've been doing this since ancient times. This is how we do things. And that's missing entirely in Super NES there. A little bit of their culture. Also, here's where the easy type change comes in. Initiate is like a fancy word for like ancient times, antiquity. Initiate. Is that just the kanji for old, furui? Initiate. And then they changed that just to mukashi kara. So like since long ago, mukashi is like the standard way of saying old, long ago, old times. There. Go away. Okay. Alright. Then, naming way. Okay. Naming way is missing. Wait, J2E, let's look. J2E says, my spirit has tested the passage of time. I think they just didn't know how to do that. That whole line is kind of fancy and difficult. So J2E translators just messed that up. I'll mark that off. And that line is missing, just straight up missing the naming way. So everyone lost points on this little bit of culture. Summon monster culture, Esper culture. These are pre-Espers. Okay. Then he says, Doja, washito isen majiete miruka. What do you say? Won't you like cross swords with me, or like fight with me? Won't you try fighting with me? All right, Super NES. Will you contest me so that I may ascertain the strength of your will? I see. They kind of combined that previous line into that. But still, the ancient part needs to be in there. Right. This definitely feels like Draft 2. This doesn't feel like the original translation. J2E. What do you say? Will you fight with me? The tone on this doesn't match what I'm feeling from Japanese here. People are talking about silly things in there. Okay. Yeah, the tone on this doesn't really match what I'm feeling here. It feels like an old guy speaking in kind of a warrior style way. Isen Majieru, stuff like that. Naming way. Will you test your spirit against my powers? I don't know, I'm not liking that. It's not bad, but it could be better. Alright, we'll say no. We said no, and then he says, Jishin ga tsuitara itsudemo aite ni naru zo. Once you've gained confidence, I will take you on at any time. So he's saying once you've like regained confidence or something like that? Jishin can mean earthquake or self-confidence. I don't remember what the pitch accent is on that, so I'll probably end up saying stuff like, I have no earthquakes today. Alright, Super NES, I shall test you anytime. I won't mark off on the confidence part. But it's a teeny thing. I'll take it off, I guess. J2E, once you have confidence, I'll fight you anytime. I'll say that's okay, but it could be written better. Naming way. I'll be here if you wish to challenge me. Okay, mark off there. I'm being picky on all this. Don't like that I'm being picky. Alright, now we're gonna do the real fight. Now we're gonna fight. There's a weird dragon monster. It's scary looking, and he's doing old tsunami, so that's like big tsunami. Like big wave. Like old tsunami. Giant tsunami, giant tidal wave. Yeah, we would have called them tidal waves back in the day, probably. Super NES, this becomes big wave. And J2E, big wave. And naming way, tidal wave. The bigness is missing out of there, but I don't blame them. Spring Bean 1990X. Do I remember you? Remember me? Some guy off internet.com. I heard that place shut down. Alright. Well, let me look at the enemy name. Oh, that hurts. Alright. Super Famicom calls this Leviathan. So Leviathan. Whoa, look at that HP drop in easy type in Super NES. From 50,000 to 35,000. He's weak to lightning. Then he becomes Leviathan in Super NES. He just kept it. That's why he's called Leviathan in the main script too, I think. Leviathan and J2E and naming way. Alright, I'm gonna have a hard time. Oh, Cecil's dead. What do I do? What should I do? Ramu or something else? Gonna have to keep Rosa on healing duty here, it looks like. Yeah, I feel like I could lose this fight if I'm not careful. I mean, it's not like Cecil's gonna do a whole lot. Do I dare bring him back to life? Do slow... Oh wait, well, I have one of those items. Let me use one of those items. Okay, I have the... Well, stop probably won't work, so I'll do this one. Oh, it didn't work. Yeah, I'll try the spider web next. I gotta do this first. Oh no, don't die. Uh-oh. He's almost out of MP. Whoa. Alright, we're doing okay-ish. That blizzard spell does hurt though. Okay, I'm gonna have him use it now. Where is it? This is a spider web now. hopefully that works good. Oh, I think pose one. Oh, do I have fast? I don't think I have fast. Oh, I have haste. Alright. I only get to use the ether dry. Dry ether. So far, like, I'm hanging in here. I think I might have it as long as I don't mess up too bad. I think that spider item is like a big key to this. Whew, we're live. Oh yeah, bio. I forgot that I should have started with bio. It keeps draining his HP all along. Cecil's just gonna be lying on the floor. He's not worthy. We're doing bio now. Damn, that's strong. And it's so fast, I should just be doing that. So fast. So Leviathan has no idea that I have like secret people on a thing called the internet giving me tips. He doesn't know that I have the true summons. Okay, we're getting close. So glad I have that healing there. Just like, so Rydia's like this guy's friend, and she's just making him sick as heck. I'm just spamming bio on him now. Should have just been doing that from the start. Alright, there we go, we beat him. Hooray. 7,000 experience. And Cecil was sleeping the whole time. But Rosa leveled up, and she learned Kiaruga. And here we can see this is Cure 4 in Super NES. J2E calls it Cure 4. And naming way goes with Kiraja. Again, showing that the weird naming system that Final Fantasy uses in Japanese isn't consistent in these older games. So Kiraga and Kiraja. So if you want to play it how the original Japanese is, then in that case, naming way is not the way to do it. Alright. We have defeated the guy. And now we're back outside, and now the old man says, Tashika ni hikari no chikara. That is indeed the power of light. Super NES. It sure is the power of light. Okay. J2E. J2E used to say, that is the power of light. That is the power of light you possess, or something like that, it looks like. It became, you possess a strong guiding light. I kind of went backwards on that, so I'll mark that off. Naming way adds the Leviathan name in there. I won't mark off on that. Naming way says, it's surely the power of light. This surely, besides the joke about don't call me Shirley, makes me think this is like, there's a little bit of uncertainty with hope in there. Like I could hear someone saying, it's surely the power of light when you're not sure. I'll say it's okay, but this could be phrased better. It's indeed. Just put indeed in there, it's fine. Tashkani, surely or certainly. Indeed is a good one. Alright. Kono genju o Leviathan no chikara o kaso. I shall lend you the power of I, Leviathan, the king of the summoned monsters. Super yes. I, the master of the summoned monsters, capital M only, that's strange, will be your help from now on. Will be your help. That's kind of weird phrasing. J2E. I shall lend you my power as the master of the oceans, Leviathan. I would change that to like I, Leviathan. This makes it sound like you could be speaking to someone named Leviathan. I shall lend you my power as the master. So there's nothing about oceans in here. It's master of the Genjus, or the king of the Genjus. So mark that off. Naming way. I, king of Eidolon, shall assist you. And Leviathan is listed here. That's kind of a neat way of getting around that too. Alright. All good. So, Didia ga Leviathan o oboeta. So, Rydia learned Leviathan, or memorized Leviathan. I don't know what's up with that space thing. Leviathan summon is power is 280. Now that we've done that, what can we say to these people? Okay, this Red Hood says the same thing. This Red Hood says the same thing. The Queen says the same thing as when we defeated her. And the King says the same thing as, like, it is indeed the power of light. Let's go out, I'll come back in and see what happens. Alright. Alright, so we defeated them all. Let's go look at that magic. Cecil's gonna wake up and be like, what? Is it over? Alright. So this became, so we're looking at the spell name in Japanese. It becomes Leviathan. It's not the full name because the full name wouldn't fit, so Leviathan. Super NES, that becomes Leviathan, which is good. J2E goes with Leviathan. I don't know, maybe that could be a mistake on my part. Maybe there's a secret A in there. And naming way goes with Leviathan. Leviathan. Makes me think of a character in Attack on Titan, Levi. I wonder if he's named after Leviathan, or Leviathan was named after him through the power of time travel. Alright, so I don't think anyone has anything new to say, right? So did naming way say Leviathan on the other screen? Which screen are we talking about? Here's Leviathan, yeah. When I first learned it, oh, I don't remember anymore. Thought it said Leviathan like Super NES. can look that up later. I'll look that up later. Was there any like? For some reason, I thought there was like items in some of these pots in this town, but for some reason, I don't seem to have any. Oh yeah, anything good here? Get rid of that killer bow. Let's see. Killer bow can go. I don't really care about the poison axe, do I? Cardino Logu. Take that out. Alright, let's get out of here. We're gonna do it this other way. So we finally have that rat tail. Yeah, let me look at that item, see if that works properly now. Rat tail, yep. The Super NES has a little icon there now. We're gonna go to the secret tile. Here's the secret tile. We've already done the secret items in here. But well, here's another secret tile. Straight exit out of here. Okay. We're on the airship. So what we could do, actually, did we do this yet? Did I do this fight yet? Let me do these fights. This is where like the really rare fights that like only happen on this little sliver of land are. Do I have a good stock of Phoenix Downs? Probably like 65, looks like. I'm sure we'll need them in the upcoming cave. Oh, we have a mystery egg with a Lamia in it. Darn. I tried grinding in this little spot earlier, but the fights just took too long. So I wound up just fighting the imps, the underground imps, the goblin captains or something. If you use the alarm item, it summons a fight with a yellow dragon here. Ooh. I don't think I have one. Alright, so we have a spider lady and 2 Kuars in here. Kuars I'm a little scared of. But let's look at this spider lady. Alright, this is called Araune. Araune in Japanese. That becomes Kumo Onna, so Spider Woman in easy type. So Araune, I'm not really sure. In a bunch of the Castlevania games, Une are like those weird little plant monsters, and then they grow, like heads grow out of the plants, and they grow real tall. I don't really know what the Une is, but the Ara definitely feels like arachnid something. So I don't know what's going on with that name. But it's Spider Woman in easy type. This becomes Talantula in Super NES for some reason, and I have no idea. It would probably be an R in there, right? I'm gonna mark that off just in case. J2E, Aranade, I'm not really sure what that is. And naming way, Alraune. I have no idea. It's all over the place. These names are all over the place, you guys. She does fight and quake and fight and quake. Aw, oh, crap. I'm getting out of there. I'm gonna do some floats. It works out here, right? Like, it's permanent until something happens. This is the fun of Final Fantasy. Another Lamia, probably. Oh, this is the Black Lizard. I don't care. We cracked an egg and some gill fell out, and we got experience from it. Oh, here we go. This is the we saw this enemy in the summon monster cave, the Naga Raja. Someone in the YouTube mentioned that this is Naga, and then also the word Maharaja. Maharaja is like a master, like king or something. So it's like the king of the Nagas or the queen of the Nagas, or just like the lord of them. So Rusher is wrong, and huge is probably not right. Although it looks like the word larger. And then that became Hebi no O, so like the Snake King. Okay. Oh, now we have to actually fight it. Here it is. Here's your Snake King. Alright. Exciting gameplay for everyone. I think we already saw these ones, right? Okay, wait a minute. I don't recognize these ones. Alright, so we have some butterfly-looking things. They're called Gloom Wing. So Gloom Wing. An easy type that becomes Kyodaiga. Did we already look at this? This is a giant moth. I feel like we might have seen this already. Becomes Glom Wing and Super NES, Gloom Wing and Gloom Wing and the other two. Alright. Then we have some more larva looking things called Misurida, which seems like it's like a myth leader or misleader. I'm not really sure. So let's see what the easy type calls it. Desurichi. So death leech is what they're called in easy type. Super NES Crawler J2E Misleader. And naming away Hornworm. That's such a change. Man, I don't know. Alright. You guys even worth it? Bloodflower, I think we already saw. Yeah, Trap Rose, Blood. You guys worth the trouble? Alright. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna summon our new friends. I'm gonna summon Leviathan. Okay. So we're doing Leviathan, and the text that appears in the box above says Tsunami. So it's a Tsunami. In Super NES, this becomes Leviathan, and then in Tsunami in J2E, and Tsunami in Naming Way. Dang, they're hard. Pretty decent experience, though. I think there's one more enemy I want to see. Like, there's a yellow dragon, but I don't think I'm going to see it. It's kind of a rare one. I want to see those Gorgons. They're here, right? Alright, let's just run from these ones. Oh crap, at this rate, I'm not even going to make it through that cave, am I? Alright, let's just go to the cave, and then we'll come back and check this out some other time. We got back attacked by an egg. You just turn around and an egg is following you. Alright. We're gonna go to the sealed cave now. I'm not gonna try to waste time doing random chance encounters. Alright, here we go. Do a save state. So if earlier in the game we did that trick where we could get the final crystal ahead of time by like teleporting back into the crystal room in the dwarf castle, we wouldn't have to do all of this cave anymore. So we could skip an entire section of the game. I mean, this cave was like where I got super stuck for a while.封印の洞窟, so like sealed cave. It's the sealed cave in all versions. Oh my gosh, screenshot time. And that's because it's so rare for all the translations to ever align properly. So we celebrated just now. Okay. So this, what's the deal? This cave is supposed to be sealed, but we just walked right in. There's a door. Can't get into the door. We check it, and text pops up, and there's easy type text changes, it looks like. Fui no toku akashi o kakageyo. So, like, hold up proof that will open the seal. Like, hold up the proof for, like, the whatever it needs. Oh, wow. This got changed, okay. So akashi is like a proof or testimony or evidence. It's like a token. You get like a token. Hold up the token to break the seal. Sasureba kuraki suisho e no michi wa hirakaren. So this is like the old semi-classical Japanese style, and the same style as the Legends text. It's a little bit fancier, older, kind of semi-biblical sounding a little bit. So hold up the token that will undo the seal. Do so, and the path to the dark crystal shall open. Suisho. Isn't there crystal? Yeah. I like the word, like, it's like water, and then you have those three kanji, those three little sun kanjis is the crystal part. Suisho. Alright, so the dark crystal, not black crystal. Super Famicom or the easy type changes all of that too. Fuin no toku kagi ga nakereba kono tobira akeru wake ni wa yukan. So this feels like it's actually someone speaking now. And but kind of in an old style. They're saying, without the key to release the seal, I cannot afford to open this door, or I cannot open this door for you, or something like that. So the whole idea is that this cave has it's kind of alive, and as we saw before in the Japanese text, it needs to accept you. So there's like a mind, at least some kind of agency to this whole cave. It's a living cave in some way. Super NES. Hold the key, capital K, to unbind the seal. So key matches with the easy type there. Then the way to the dark crystals will be open. Right. So this akashi, the proof or token or evidence, they translated that as key. But everything else is the same as the original Japanese text. Then the way to the dark crystals will be opened. That should be 1. Alright. Then J2E. Insert the key to break the seal. Kakageru is to like hold. Hoist, to put up, to hang out. So you don't insert. There's no inserting. Also, the key is her necklace. You don't insert that. So mark that off in J2E. Insert the key to break the seal. The way to the crystal of darkness will open. Alright, we'll say that's fine. It could be better delivery to make it sound like old style speech, like semi-classical, classical stuff. Naming way. Hold aloft the key to open the path to the crystal. Kuraki is kurai, is old style. That key is just like old style E. So this is technically kurai suisho, so dark crystal. That's missing here. The naming way, I'll mark that off. The delivery on this could be a lot better too. Alright. We'll try a cottage, but then nothing happened. Alright, you have to hold Luca's necklace. Then the screen gets dark and the lightning bolt hits the door and the door opens. I'm going to do a save state. So this dungeon's pretty hard. It's kind of grueling more than anything. So the Chikaikai, we're on the first floor underground, becomes the basement floor 1 in J2E. Was Seal mentioned in JP? Yeah, it was. Naming we didn't mention that? Okay, I'll mark that off. You're right, there was a seal on that door. Thanks for getting that, Royal Blue Wizard. There's something really goofy about the blue ghost ladies here. Check out their monster types. Okay. So this place is like the magnet cave looking place, but instead of bridges, there's like ropes you take. It's very strange. Oh, I forget where the secret ones are. There's like some secret spots. Alright. Also, all the doors in this place are monsters, and they will attack you and kill you in crazy ways. So if you check the door, Cecil shouts, "Tobira ga osotte kuru!" The door is attacking us, or is attacking. Super NES says trap door with T and D capitalized. It's saying osotte kuru, so attacking. It's attacking. There's no attacking in any other translations. I'm going to mark them all off. Super NES trap door. J2E, a trap? Oh, I used to say the door is attacking us. The door is attacking us. So it used to be better in J2E, so my mark off was proper. Naming way, it's a trap door. All one, like it's an enemy. Like he recognizes this. Like he recognizes it somehow. How do you recognize these doors, Cecil? It doesn't make sense. Alright. So now we're fighting an actual door. The door looks evil and has giant teeth and eyes. And I've always wondered, is this that thing up there that like holds it in place unless it like slowly close? What is this thing up here? Like there's a little pointer here and I have my own pointer now. What is that thing? Alright. In Japanese, it's called Asaruto Doa. So assault door, kind of held longer. That door with that little extra dash in there. Asaruto Doa. Doa. It stayed the same in easy type. Wait, what? Experience changed. Alright. Super NES, this becomes trap door. J2E, assault door. Maybe there should be an A in there, I don't know. And then trap door and naming way. Assault door is what is intended though. Because it assaults you, it attacks you. Other people are not sure what it is. Is it an eyebrow or a spike or just an arrow? Alright. Oh shoot, I forget what the trick is with these guys. But he's doing a technique now. The door is doing something called targeting. So targeting. That did not get changed for easy type. This becomes search and Super NES, target in J2E, and search in naming way. So it's going to kill whoever gets picked. Then it does a technique called 9 dimension. Is that 9 or Q? I wonder how you pronounce that. Let's say 9. 9 dimension. So 9 dimension. This becomes in Super NES just disrupt. J2E, it becomes sector 9. I don't know why it becomes sector 9. Used to be called dimension 9. Very close to dimension 9. And then naming way gets it closest with 9th diamond. Okay. Cast wall on someone who has target put on them. I don't know if there'd be time for that though. But okay. They're pretty fast. So anyway, this 9th dimension thing, it kills someone instantly. Oh, right, I forgot this happens too. Alright. At some point, this happens. Text pops up and says, Doa kara monster ga tobidashita. A monster jumped out from the door. So just imagine, whoop, and there's gonna be a monster here now. Super NES. A monster appeared. J2E. A monster leaps out of the door. Okay, tobidashita is like jump out or to leap out. Yeah. J2E has it best. A monster leaped out, it used to say. Should it be leaped or leapt, I wonder. And naming way, a monster appeared. So there's kind of like, it's doing dimensional magic, and then stuff can pop out of the door itself, so it's got some kind of dimensional magic. You don't really get that from targeting, and then a monster appeared. Wall is an instant cast spell? Uh-oh. Okay, the door died, and it left in its place a green chimera monster. The green chimera monster is called Chimera Brain. So they're like the chimera, the chimera brain. I guess brain just means like it's like really smart. Stayed the same. And easy type, Super NES becomes Manticore. I guess from Manticore. J2E, Chimera Head. I guess they're trying to say like his brain, so they went with head. Chimera Head. Used to say Chimera Brain. So it was closer. And the naming away goes with Manticore. Look at that HP difference. It's crazy. Anyway, these guys suck. I remember these guys suck so bad. Blaze. Crap. So there's a lot of these doors in this dungeon, so as a result, we're not getting through this dungeon today, I think. Alright, we beat him. Rydia leveled up. She learned nothing. Kane leveled up and learned PK teleport. Alright, time to start chugging our potions again. Now we're in this big cave here. Kotetsu, we have a Kotetsu, but those aren't what I want, right? Those are just take me away. Yeah, I don't want two of those. Can I throw that? Hopefully. Alright, let's get this box. An ether. We'll need those probably. Good RNG in that room? Heck yeah. Alright, we have another bestiary in here. Kotetsu cannot be thrown. Boo. Yeah, this dungeon is darker than the Super NES version and possibly the easy type version. They lightened up the palette, they brightened the palette. Oh man, alright. Alright, so I'm going to try what you guys say. I'm going to try to get Rosa to do that. There's no way I can get that to her in time. There's no way. Yeah, see, I can't get to Rosa in time to do all. Oh, crap. One Leviathan will take those out. Oh, Rydia hit the 1000 HP, yay.
I miss you.
So everyone is now in the 1000 HP club. Not me though. I only got like 713. This is like a torture dungeon, basically. Like everyone's gonna die and come back to life. It's like not a good experience for anyone. Oh right, crap. High potion. Ah crap. Was there stuff out here still? Did I get everything out here? Yeah, I did. Alright, we'll do these doors. There's no way, I'm still too low level to get Rosa there in time. Unless I, like, just have other people dead or something. Or put her in a different spot, like maybe a different slot will help her go faster. I'll try that. I'll try flipping things. But Leviathan was always like my secret trick to get through here. Once I got good enough to understand the game. Edge leveled up. He's edgier. Yeah, I'm gonna try to put her in. I'm gonna see what happens. Oops. It's weird to have Cecil down there now, but okay. There's nothing. I still like to get rid of all the doors anyway. Ah, I messed that one up myself. Yeah, I don't think that was gonna work anyway. I'm grateful that Leviathan can one-shot these guys. It would be a lot rougher otherwise. Alright, let's do some ethers. I rarely use them. It's time to start using them. Think I'm near a save point? For some reason I didn't think I was. Nothing. Alright, here's a chest. There's an ether. Okay, that's nice. Alright. I always forget this weird part here. Oh yeah. Alright, we have some new enemies. Ebiru Hedo. So evil head. Oh, what do you? It should be, but if you want to add stuff to it, I didn't add tomatoes or nothing. You can close the door. Okay. Evil head. These guys are evil heads, you guys. Alright. And then an easy type, that becomes Kira Bato. So killer bat. So it's still English words. Kira and Bato. Super NES, this becomes werebat, which suggests that they become people, I guess. J2E, evil head. Yep, evil head. And then naming way, vamp bat. It's kind of generic when you know there's a bunch of other bats that also do the same thing. Alright. See, they're weak to projectile. Unfortunately, I don't really have anything. Oh, I better put Cecil back. Oh, crap. we don't have any spears. I like to bring that mist dragon in sometimes. It's like, gotta remember Rydia's mom. Every time she does that, Cecil does his ... secretly. Yeah, you have the Hikari no Katen, so the curtain of light, or light curtain. It's an item that does not exist in the Super NES version. I'm pretty sure this is like super helpful for later though. Hikari no Katen. So curtain. This got dummied out in easy type as well. J2E, light curtain, reflects magic spells. I think we use this against Bahamut, right? This is really good for Bahamut and just does it on everyone, if I recall. Or is it just one person? J2E says light curtain reflects magic spells. The naming way, light veil. Give user reflective shield. It's only self-target? Okay. This is so much more helpful, naming way, than this reflects magic spells. Alright, thank you, naming way, for being helpful. Okay, we got some. Alright. We have some more of those like ghostly ladies with like spirit bodies and the naked top halves, and then spooky hair that looks like it could be like snakes, but it's probably not. Alright, these are called in Japanese marido, marid. The first thing that comes to mind is this means married. For some reason, they are called machines and giants. So there's definitely some sort of like technical issue with these creatures, which means we can probably do some good stuff to them, take them out with certain skills. All right, and as noted before, these got renamed in easy type, and all of these enemies that look like this, all these palette swaps of this, they follow a naming theme. In this case, these ones are called Lady Cherry, so Lady Cherry. Then there was also Lady Plum, and then Lady Peach. So cherry, plum, and peach. Is there like a thing with those? Are they just like slot machines? All right. What axe Kane using? I forget. Okay. So these are called in Super NES Screamers. J2E, Marid, M-A-R-I-D. I don't know why. And naming way, Marilith. Is that really what these are, Marilith? Marido. I don't really know what that would be. I'll post this. You guys can check. You guys can look it up on the internet if you'd like. Here you go. Well, we can see. Oops. That they have a lot of like lightning things, because it like lit. So we have lightning arrows. We have Zeus's anger, Kamigami no Ikari, so the anger of the gods. I don't even know what that was. I've never seen that before. And then they also have the Aoi Kiba, so the blue things. So these things have some really interesting items. All right. So someone in the chat has posted Marid, Arabic, Romanized Marid, is a type of devil in Islamic tradition. The Arabic word meaning rebellious is applied to such supernatural beings. As a substantive, it refers to a chthonic demon not much dissimilar to the Ifrit, according to Wikipedia. So Marilith is the FF1 fire demon, fire fiend. All these worlds, cultures getting funneled into the weird fantasy Final Fantasies. All right, let's continue. If they're machines or giants. So they do nothing but punch you? What do we have on? The Ogre Killer. Okay, good. That should work well. Let's try it out. If these are giants, then the Ogre Killer axe should ask them some questions. Yep, it works very good. Very, very strange setup. 1,000 points off from Gryffindor for that. I like that you can take these ones that go nowhere. I feel like you could probably glitch them out in some way in the future. Alright, we got some of those Naga Rajas. The King Nagas. Queen Nagas, I don't know what we would call those. Monarch. I'm just gonna fight them. Oh, I'm just gonna do all the doors. I always do all the doors. I make them afraid of me, rather than me be afraid of them. So Rosa leveled up. Alright. We're almost into the 2000 HP zone. Who's gonna get there first? Kane or Cecil? Take your bets. Got a Phoenix down. And then here's a whole bunch of these doors. We're going to be doing a bunch of these doors. Oh no, I need her alive. No, don't kill her. It's inevitable. But don't worry, Rydia, you'll be back in like 3 seconds. With some feathers in your mouth. Called it macaroni. Leviathan. You can do it, Rydia. Save us. Yes. Rydia saved us with only 90 HP. She continues to be a powerhouse. Rydia leveled up as well. It was worth it. And Kane leveled up. Kane leveled up first, everyone. If you placed your bets, then he made it over 2000 HP first. Right, nothing in that. Don't think I want to get in time. Alright, that's fine. Rosa can perish for all I care. We're doing the tsunami on the door inside a living cave. This is the weirdest game. No wonder parents didn't want us to play games back in the day. This is the devil's work. Let's go in. Alright, we have a chest. Inside is the Hikari no Tsurugi, so the Sword of Light. Hooray, we finally found it. It was hanging out inside this cave all along. Here we go, Hikari no Tsurugi. This is called the Light, and I guess Sword icon in Super NES, Light, Sword, and J2E, and Light and Aiming. J2E says it has sacred power. And I can't remember if this is what we want yet. Sometimes it's not the best option. Alright. What should I do? Should I not use it yet? I don't think we need it right now, right? The Defender is pretty good. Do I want to give him? Do I want to give Kane that? Let's take a look. I guess it doesn't matter. I'll just do Cardino, Tsurugi, and give the Defender to Kane. I mean, the Ogre Killer would be good against those one monsters, but it doesn't matter. They're easy enough. Alright. Go into this door. Gotta get to Rydia fast. No, she's dying. Don't worry, Rydia, you'll be back. My delay has cost Kane's life, it looks like, but I don't mind. Just looking at the chat. Okay, we're gonna do Leviathan in here. We made it through. Everyone survived this time because I used many Phoenix Downs. We got Cecil to level up. Edge has leveled up. It's been a while since he's learned a spell. Well, he learned one today. He did. He learned Boonshin. We'll look at Boonshin in a second. Look at that spell. Oops, not that spell. Alright, so we learned the last of Edge's techniques, Boonshin. And Boonshin is like a, what do we call that? Maybe we just put it here. Darn it. None of those are good, but basically, like it's a shadow clone, I guess you could call it in other terms. I think like in Naruto they might call it like the shadow clone jutsu or something. Basically it's when you have alternate copies of yourself. You make copies of yourself. It looks like there's multiples of you. You have Boonshin. It means like split. Boon is like split apart and Shin is body or form. It's like split forms. Instant cast for self. That's good. It makes it so that enemies will miss you a couple times before they can finally hit you physically. Alright, let's go inside. Big old room in here with a box for some reason. We have a Fuma Shuriken. It's a different type of different type of ninja star. Fuma Shuriken becomes this ninja, I guess ninja star in Super NES. Becomes Hellwind in J2E. So I guess probably Fuma is what they're thinking of. Fu is probably the wind that we see down there. Maybe that third one is wind, even though it doesn't say it. It says air. And Ma might be like evil or magic or something. But I feel like Fuma is actually like a name of something, like a reference to something. Just as with these ninja swords have been names of things. Like I feel like there's a Fuma clan that I kept hearing about and stuff. So I think it might be like a proper noun. Fuma Shuriken. So Fuma Shuriken. Hellwind Shuriken, this weapon can be thrown, it says in J2E. It's a ninja clan. In the naming way, it says Fuma. This is, calling that Hellwind is a bad idea because it might give the idea that it has like a fire element to it. Or maybe like a wind element to it, but I don't even know if there's a wind element in this game. I don't like calling it that. I'm gonna mark it on. Other. Oh. Oh no. Crap. Alright, so we're just fighting some tough enemies here. We're almost done though. Didn't even need Rydia after all. Ooh, that's some good experience though. Oh yeah, I remember I used to grind around in this area, this cave a lot. That blade took a lot out of me. Alright, an elixir, that's a good. Where does this box come from? I'm just now seeing like the 3D-ness of this box. I never really noticed that it's like a 3D box in a way. I always thought it was just a bad sprite. Okay. We have another light curtain on. That's good to have. Get out of this little section. Got some more evil heads. Watch out for your evil heads. In Naruto, the Fuma Shuriken were the giant ones. I know so little about Naruto. I was too busy working on other shonen series at the time, and Naruto was like a rival company. One of these days I'll go visit it, see how it is. Midnight Wonko's in chat doing math, telling me how much damage Edge can do with that Fuma Shuriken. That's crazy. The amount of like information that fans have discovered over the years. We're like picking this entire thing apart. Should be like its own course in a university. FF4ology. Another trapdoor. Going for Rosa, that's fine. We're going to be needing some more ethers in a second. I'm going to wash that door using Leviathan soap. All good. Let's go inside. Pretty sure this one's just blank, right? Door. Another door. Okay. Darn it. Need Rydia to be faster. Okay. Hopefully I can go in and this will be the save one, and then I can get my MP back. Oh yeah, I remember Jackal for NES was such a good game. Rydia leveled up. She learned Blizzaga, which is Ice 3, and Blizzaga. So here's the Ga. The Ga is correct here. The Cure spell is the weird one, I guess. Kane leveled up and he learned Pikachu. Alright, we found the save spot. Alright. Let's save here. Get Rydia her MP back. "71 hours in. Getting my money's worth on this game. Like you can spend like $20 to get a movie, go to a movie, and you only see it for an hour and a half. One Rydia. I hope that scary demon wall at the end is scared of me. Just taking out all of these doors like this. See that? Wall's friends, I bet. Rosa leveled up. She learned nothing though. Continuing. We got 2 boxes in here. We have another Kotetsu, darn it. And a Kudo Zukin, so like a black hood. What is a Kudo Zukin called? In easy type, it's called something else. Ninja no Zukin. So ninja hood is what that became. Maybe that becomes more clear, and then maybe that's why like no other people can equip it. Right. It becomes just ninja hat, I guess, in Super NES, which is paralleling the easy type change here. I guess that makes sense because if you use the hat icon here, or the helmet icon, it would overlap with Cecil's like Dark Knight stuff, right? You just put black there and then the hat. Like he has some black armor or something, I think. J2E. Dark Hood. Kudo usually means black, but also dark sometimes, so I won't mark that off. Dark Hood. It says it stops sleep. Is that correct? So Blizzaga makes Shiva obsolete. And naming way, Dark Hood. It's like the dark neighborhood. Alright. That's good to know. Put that on Ninja Man. Even though it looks like he doesn't have any hood on. 3712. Take some of his attack away though. The green beret is gone. Continuing through this arduous cave. It's not as bad once you have Leviathan. That's the trick. Another door. Ooh, we started on edge. Can't get a wall up in time, but I can do Leviathan just a little bit sooner. One Leviathan. Leviathan is just so sick of this cave by this point. He's like, why do I keep coming back here? Stop calling me here. Oh crap, it didn't work. It wasn't strong enough. We're gonna get blazed. That was unexpectedly weak Leviathan. He was getting sick of it. Gotta make up for all that blaze that we got. Starting to get low on the high potions. Okay, that'll be good. Actually, I think we're gonna reach another save in not too long. Alright, an ether in this box. I think this is where the save is, right? Let's get these boxes first. Phoenix down. High potion. I can see why those would be nice to have at that last, after all this. Another door is attacking. Aren't these doors? Who is supplying these doors? Go ahead and take Kane, I don't mind. It's an empty room? Oh yeah, it's a little further ahead. The empty rooms have no encounters, that's cool. What happens if you use an alarm in a room like that? Alright, that Leviathan did take it out. Edge leveled up. he will learn no more. Oops, wrong guy. The alarm goes off, then there's a sound of a lightning strike, and then nothing. Right. I forget where it is, but somewhere in this room, isn't there like a secret one? Secret thing? Oh, we got a new enemy. We got 6 bats and then a lady bat. She's called Miss Vampire, so Miss Vampire. Like, I guess she got chosen as Miss Vampire at the beauty contest or something. So she used to drop the Vampire Fang, Lilith Kiss, and Lilith Kiss, and now she only drops high potions. Alright. So she's a mage and she's undead. In Super NES, she becomes a Vamp Lady. J2E, Miss Vamp. And Naming Way, Vampiress. So yeah, so the light sword doesn't do anti-undead damage, just holy damage. I'm just gonna Leviathan these. Oh wait, what does she become? Oh yeah, it's still Miss Vampire, an easy type. All the bats are just doing their blood sucking, and it continually drains HP from you. It's like a status ailment. I just Leviathaned all of them. They all went away. Oh boy, I'll start using some of Cecil here. Nothing too bad, okay. I'm good on that then. So where is it? Where's that weird spot out here? Is it here or is it elsewhere? I'm just gonna run away from these ones. This box. Seijaku no Kane. So like a bell of silence is what I think that would be, right? Seijaku, silence, stillness, quietness, and Kane is bell. Let's see what that is. Seijaku no Kane in easy type became dummied out. In Super NES is dummied out. In J2E, silence bell. Silence is all targets. Is that correct? Because naming way says silence bell, silence enemy. Is it one or all? Guess we can find out. And then whoever's right will get the point. Or I mean whoever's wrong will get wrong. I'm just gonna bash these guys. There's just some bats. All enemies, okay. I could be trying that thing out right now, but I messed up. I'll try it out next time. Now we've got another door. No, not really. Gotta get back to it. Alright, come on, Radia. You can do it. No, he's coming for you again. Hurry. Rydia, go. Go, Rydia. I choose you. And then she chooses Tsunami. Right. Made it through. Starting to run low on those high potions, so I'm using Cecil's magic for once. Nothing in there. Check out this door, because this is also not where to go. Don't choose radio. Okay, good. This door is taking out Rosa. Does it just like shove Rosa in the mouth there? The 9th dimensional mouth? Oh no, a monster came out. Our new monsters. Ah, real monsters. Cecil got blazed. Come on, you can do it. Alright, so they just chopped that Chimera apart. Radio leveled up. Getting a lot of leveling ups. Alright, okay. So Cure 1 is more efficient. Oh wait, I need to bring Rosa back. Actually, she's not doing a lot of magic herself. I'll just use her. There we go. I forgot the importance of efficiency of healing spells and the various rules that apply. I'm out of that one. Alright, and here we have an X potion. Is that like one of the first that we've seen in a long time? I'll mess with that later. Wait, what does it say though? Okay, X potion. HP を回復します. This is called a Cure 3 item in Super NES. Instead of X potion, recover HPs. J2E X dash potion stores HP. And naming way X dash potion. It's strange, like just how like nice X potion like that just feels. Like I'm so used to it, even though like I don't know if the letter X is intended, or if it's just like extra or extreme. We got back attacked by some evil heads. It sounds like an insult that a kid would say to you. You're an evil head. I'm just gonna run away. I don't care about this. They can have this skill. They get distracted. Can't remember where it is. I don't know if it's here yet. Oh, we found the safe. You guys know what I'm talking about, though. There's like one of those secret spots where there's a secret chest that isn't, it's like a glitch spot. Am I interested in throwable weapons? Mostly I just want to find the best ones. Alright. Let's see, it's 7:04. We're almost to the boss. But I don't want to do the cutscene. Oh, it's in this room, isn't it? Oh, I just found it. This was the spot. Oh wait, maybe I can do this. We're gonna back up in time, everyone. Alright. So So if you step here, on this little spot here, and then you can check it. It's a monster chest. Monsters! Alright, and then here are some weird enemies. Dorim Ebiru. So like Dream Evil. Easy type, that becomes Madoibi. So like it feels like bewilderment fire is how that feels to me. Madoi. Bewilderment, illusion, bewilderment, perplexity, and B would probably be like fire. That's a pretty complicated word though. It's weird that they would do that. Okay, in Super NES, that just becomes Ghost. J2E keeps it the same as Dream, Evil, and Naming Way flips it around to Evil Dream. So these are supposed to be in the Sylph Cave. I'm going to try silencing them because they're doing a bunch of fire on us. See how that works out. Alright, doing the silence. Silence of the dreams. I don't know if they're weak against anything, so I'll just do this. Try a bio. They absorb fire, these guys. Their palette looks so weird for this cave, but I bet it looks really cool for the Sylph Cave. Why are they still alive? You guys need to die. Can I do some kind of spell on you? Oh, let's do that. Oh, I could have used this all along. The silence thing. Okay, so silence item. I have to take a point off on naming way. It says that silence is enemy, which suggests only a singular, while J2E says silence is enemies. These guys are strong. Why are they so strong? Well, they have 2800. I thought they were a little weaker than that. So I don't even know if like we get anything good from this fight or not. Probably nothing. Kane leveled up. Got nothing. Alright. I kind of don't intend to do the boss fight here. I think that would be nice to save because all the cutscenes that follow after. Darn, should I just do it anyway? Alright. We came all this way. Let's do it. So what is the suggested fighting style for this demon wall? I always just bio it and do crap to it. But I know there's like fun ways of playing with it. Slow, bio, and berserk. Oh yeah, I have one of those. I have one more Kumo no Ito. Maybe I'll play with that. Okay, we have another door in our way. What a dork. You know you could glitch it out to make it like, oops, make it sort of attack itself if you have cane jump and everyone else is dead. There's like some fun stuff you can do with that fight. This fight that's coming up is like kind of traumatizing if you're not ready for it. It's like it changes the gameplay mechanic. Like every boss fight in this game is just so fun with new mechanics and creativity. Paul was probably like waiting for me to hurry up so we can go have some chili I made. Alright, we went through the sealed cave, and deep inside the sealed cave is a crystal room after all. So there really is a crystal in here. Let's go inside and get this crystal. It's yellowish in color. So we got, it says Yami no Cristaro te ni ireta. So obtained the dark crystal, obtained the crystal of darkness. That's how that works. Super NES, found the dark crystal. J2E, you got the crystal of darkness, and naming way received the dark crystal icon. Right. So it was just sitting in here. We made it all the way through. We got the crystal. Let's just head out now. We're good to go, right? While we're here, dark crystal, Yami no Cristaru, no easy type change. Super NES, darkness, crystal icon, J2E, darkness, crystal, found in the sealed cave, in naming way dark. I'm gonna put this over here for safekeeping, next to my rat tail. Which one is more important? As we leave the crystal cave, suddenly shaking occurs. What the heck? Why is it shaking? Shiso looks back and says, Kabega, the wall. And then Rydia says, Ugoki dasu. So she finishes his sentence. The wall, it's moving. It's starting to move, something like that. Super NES, the wall, it's moving. Okay. J2E, the wall, it's moving. In naming way, the wall, it's moving. Wow, it's really rare for this to line up so well. I'll give it this. Alright. Uh-oh, J2E. Oh no, J2E, no. Okay. Kane says, Sasuga fui no dokutsu. Crystal o totta ato mo anshin wa dekin toyu wake ka. I'd expect no less of the sealed cave. I guess this means we couldn't rest easy even after we took the crystal. Something like that. She's kind of impressed by it and saying that, like, oh, I guess we can't even rest easy even after we get the crystal. Super NES. So remember, like, this cave is alive and has its own mind of its own. Alright, so remember that. Super NES. Kane says, they set the trap to guard the crystal. Alright, so everything there is wrong. There's two lines here technically. There's no punctuation there, but you can see two lines. So I'll mark off two lines in Super NES here. Who's they set the trap? Is that Golbez? Who said it? Doesn't make sense. Alright. J2E. Never fails. Something has to go wrong. Hey Edge, what were you saying about being able to smell traps a mile away? What? What? Alright, what's going on, J2E? Alright, so that nonsense was added in there from the start. Alright, let's go back. Never fails. Mark that off. 1, 2, 3. Something has to go wrong. 1, 2. I'll mark off 2 on that. It's kind of like the second sentence in here, but it got morphed into something, a mutant. Then he says, hey, Edge. 1, 2, 3. What were you saying about being able to smell traps a mile away? 1, 2, 3. What? When did they say that? I don't remember. Alright. Okay. Naming way. Taking the crystal must have triggered it. Alright. I'll mark off 2 points on there. Alright. Next part. Edge says, Nara, bukuasu madeo. In that case, all we have to do is just crush it or wreck it. In that case, let's just wreck it. Destroy it. Demolish it. Something like that. Bukuasu. It's a very strong phrase. Nara, bukuasu madeo. Okay, Super NES. Let's destroy the trap then. That's good. The delivery could be better there, though. No points off. J2E. Shut up and help me destroy it. Alright. 1, 2, 3. This is the whole point. Naming way. So, let's smash it. This so doesn't need to be in there. He's not, he's just saying, in that case, let's just smash it. I won't mark off there. Bukuasu, like smash I've been saying, but I think something would have been better. To destroy, to crush, to wreck. Alright, so we're fighting a scary boss in this game. It's a wall that slowly moves forward, little by little, toward your party, and eventually your party will get crushed, like an instant killed. And the wall has this scary monster coming out of it. Yeah, I want someone to be this for Halloween. It's called, in Japanese, the Demon's Wall, so the Demon's Wall. Demon's Wall. Alright. Easy type, that became the same. Whoa, its HP got dropped a lot, from 28,000 to 19,000. Alright, Super NES, they're not going to call it the Demon Wall, because that's against their policies at Nintendo of America at the time. So this became the Evil Wall. The Evil Wall, all one word. J2E Demon Wall, and naming away Demon Wall. Demon Wall is a good rock band name. Alright, let's get that Kumo no Ito going. Spiderweb. Just attack. Oh yeah, it does glare on us too. Or there's the petrification thing on us. Berserk in here. Get it on Cecil there. Let's use this Ninja Star. Oh, I should have done Bio, not Tsunami. I should just do Bio. I guess they're all good though. Man, that's good damage though. There's good damage there. Monko's calculation was pretty close. Good job with that. Cecil's berserked and doing good. Just haste Cecil there. I guess have him attack. Do some bio. Whenever I think of bio in this game, I think of specifically this wall. Just bioing a wall. This will probably be the thumbnail for this episode. Just focusing on the battle here. Doing pretty good damage. Oh, it's fully now on the screen. It's kind of scary when the whole thing flashes though. Alright, we killed it. Good job, everyone. That wall was easy this time. Kind of reminds me in Final Fantasy VII when you fight houses. There's precedent when you fight a wall in 4. 8,000 gil. I guess Zemus was only paying this wall 8,000 gil. 4,600 experience. But no one leveled up. Alright, Rydia says, Yatta! We did it! And Edge says, Ototoi kiagare tenda. Which means like, you should try to come the day before yesterday. Something like that. And sort of, you know, him being his cocky self, saying like a funny phrase. Like, try again the day before yesterday. Something like that. I wonder if that shows up on here. Ototoi. So, okay, Super NES becomes, we did it. And Edge says, a petty trap. J2E, we did it. And Edge says, a pathetic trap, period. The delivery on that is weird. This used to say, all right, and then Edge would say, what a pathetic trap, not worthy of my time. Nah, that is not the same vibe at all anyway. Even a pathetic trap just feels weaker than what he's doing here. He's doing like a snappy one-liner here. Come on, we can do something better than that. At least make something like some kind of wall pun or something, you know? Be like, I don't know. Come up with some wall puns. I'm sure you guys in the chat will have better ideas than a petty trap, a pathetic trap. Naming way just says nothing to it. I don't like that one. A pathetic trap is weak. Alright, I'm just mark them all off. It could be a lot better. I thought they had us up against the wall. Something like that. Anything would have been good here, I think. The wall crumbled under the pressure or something. Alright. This would be like a line to have a lot of fun with. But J2E didn't do much with it. Okay. Let's go to save it now. Let's go save the game. I'm glad that we did that wall battle here. It would have been weighing on my head. The pressure of that wall would have been too great on my head for the weekend. I'm starting to think, like, what do I want to do after these streams end? It's a pleasant experience having these streams, just doing them every few days. What else could I do? I guess maybe I could play some of those FF4 Japanese ROM hacks and just translate those live. It'd be nice to have stuff to do. Right. We're at the save spot. Unequip cane. I guess we could. I'll try to remember it before we leave. Nah, I'm gonna forget. Although this stuff doesn't matter much. I love Evo. I'm gonna do totally the Evo game sometime. Live Alive. I kind of want to try to not do it with RPGs. I don't want to do too much crazy stuff. But you know what? Someday doing a Live Alive translation comparison with the fan patches would be fun. That's another thing I want to do, like looking at these old patches that fans did. I want to like look at more and see what other patterns there might be. I also really want to do working design stuff someday, but I don't know if that'll ever happen. Just to be extra safe. Alright. Save stated it. Alright. So today is where we're gonna end this here. Currently the score is Super NES at -948, J2E is at -9, or I mean 1097, -297, and Naming Way is at -931. So there wasn't a whole lot of text today, just a lot of battles and dungeon, and that's why the scores haven't changed too much. Even so, we've seen some of J2E's nonsense. We've seen some Super NES like avoiding like demons and things like that. And naming ways is still being like itself, kind of just struggling with space. All right. That'll be it for today. See you guys on Monday. On Monday, we'll go back to the dwarf castle. We'll do all that stuff. And then once we're able, we'll do the sylph cave. And then after that, I don't know. But that's the plan. So see you guys on Monday. Bye bye.